Hey everybody, I am here with a mug rug tutorial, and this is for a beginner, absolute beginner, perfect project. It only uses 3 stitches, not really a stitch for the first part, but you're gonna chain, single crochet, and double crochet. That's all you need to know for this video. So like I said, perfect for beginners. So without further ado, we have our yarn. I like this yarn from Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, and it's in Rosy Cheeks. This is one of my favorite color of skeins because of the tone that it has. It's really, really soft. It's very, very pretty rosy color. I have a 5mm hook. I've got my trusty measuring tape. This is perfect. It fits right into my crochet bag, so it's awesome. And then, of course, my awesome scissors. My mother-in-law got these for me. I have no idea where they came from, but they were an awesome Christmas gift because they're nice and compact, and they go right in my crochet case as well. So we're gonna go ahead and start. First, you're going to pick up your yarn. You're going to slip knot, and we're going to go ahead and chain 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gotta get more yarn there. 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. All right, so we have 17 chains there. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and work back across that chain and create 16 single crochets, because remember, we're losing this one stitch here because you can't crochet right into that first stitch. You'll start undoing your chain basically. So we're gonna go into that second chain from the hook. So you've got this loop on your hook, you've got one chain, and that second chain, we're going to create a single crochet. And you're going to insert into the hook, drop that yarn over, and pull through. So you've got a single crochet there. And like I said, we're gonna work 16 across. I've got 3 so far. 4, 5, gotta get more slack there, 6, 7, and go ahead and pause this video. We'll meet back at the very end. All right, so we've made it to the very end. If you notice your work is probably going to twist a little, that's totally okay. It'll work its way out the bigger that your project gets, so it's totally fine if your project is kind of curling. But I've made it to my 16th single crochet, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and chain 1. That chain 1 is going to act as the height of the single crochet. So that next row, since we've got our chain 1, we're going to go ahead and turn. In this next row, we're going to do 16 single crochets back across. This chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so you're going to go ahead and go right into that same, your 16th single crochet from the last row. You're going to go into that same stitch right there, and that's going to be your first single crochet. So that's 1 and 2. And again, we can go ahead and pause the video and work your 16 across, and we'll meet back at the very end. All right, so we made it to the end of row 2. And again, we're gonna go ahead and chain 1, and we're gonna turn our work, and we're actually going to go ahead and work 16 across single crochets for rows 3 and 4. So 16 for rows 3 and 4, and we'll meet back at the end of that. All right, so we've gone ahead and we've created both 3 and 4 rows. I've gotten to the end of row 4. I've chained 1 up. We're going to turn our work, and we're working row 5 the same as rows 1 through 4. We're going to do 16 single crochets across, but we're going to work the end part a little differently. So we're doing 16 single crochets across, and then at the very end, we're actually going to go ahead and crochet 2 chains. Sorry, I'm thinking and crocheting at the same time, so I'm losing my words. But we're gonna make 2 chains up to get to the next row, because this next row we're actually going to work our stitch a little differently. So instead of a single crochet, 1 and 2, we're going to start working a double crochet. So we're gonna go into that same stitch right here, your 16th single crochet from the last row, but this will be the first double crochet of this row. So we've got 1, and for a double crochet, here, we'll go ahead and back up and start just a little refresher course here. We'll go ahead and yarn over, insert into that stitch, yarn over again, because you have 3 on the hook. Now you've got a 4th that you're pulling through 2 of those loops, yarning over and pulling through the last 2. So there's your double crochet. And if you need to go back and look at some double crochet videos to kind of refresh your memory on how to do those, or maybe you're more seasoned, that's not a problem. I'll put some links in the video so that you'll be able to do that. But right now we're making 16 double crochets. If you need to go ahead and pause the video, you can, and we'll work to the very end, and we'll pick up back when we're all done. All right, so we've made it to the very end here, and you're going to insert into that last, and we're creating our 16th double crochet. And then you're going to chain 2, because again, that gives us the height of that double crochet stitch. So we're going to go ahead and for the next 2 rows, so row 6, 7, and 8, you're going to create double crochet rows. And we'll go ahead and meet back when that's complete. All right, so I'm actually at the end of row 8, so I've completed the 1, 2, and 3 rows of double crochet, and I haven't made my 16th double crochet yet, so we're gonna go ahead and do that together. We'll yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2, and we're gonna actually only crochet 1 chain up, because when we turn our work, our next 5 rows are gonna be single crochet back across. So we're completing this mug rug with 5 single crochet, 3 double crochet, and 5 more single crochet rows. All right, so we'll go ahead and start working that across. And again, rows 9 through 13 will be single crochet across. And we'll go ahead and you can pause the video, and we'll meet back at the end of row 13, and I'll show you how we're going to just go ahead and tie it off and complete this project. All right, so we're actually at the end of row 13, and what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to work our 16th single crochet into that last stitch. You're going to go ahead and pull through, and we're actually going to just basically do another chain up. But what we're doing is we're actually tying off our work, so make sure you leave yourself a nice little tail and go ahead and cut. Ooh. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and pull that yarn through and just kind of pull it tight. So now we've worked our whole mug rug, and there's 2 options of what you can do in order to finish this off. You can either add a fringe along the edges, which is what I did in my, if you noticed it in my beginning photo, but you can either add fringe, or you can just weave in the ends and just make it a regular, I guess it would just look like that, where it's a regular square, kind of more like a coaster, I guess. So yeah, what I did in order to create the fringe is I used my trusty measuring tape. I laid that out there, and I measured 8 inches for the fringe. So I went ahead and cut, and I did 14 of these fringes, and I'll cut another one and I'll show you exactly how I attached it. And what I did was I went ahead and grabbed my hook, I inserted it into the end of the row. So this is the row that where all your chain ones are. So, well, it's the side, I'm sorry. It's the side where all of your chain ones are. And you're gonna go ahead, and I folded the yarn in half. I'm gonna pull it through. I'm gonna wrap it around and pull through both of those tails. And then what I like to do is I like to go ahead and knot it one more time so that my little fringe won't come loose. So, and then I did, like I said, 14 all the way across. So I had one for each row all the way down because we had 13 rows. So I added one, probably kind of made its way to the end, but I made sure that I had 14 right across here, 14 across here, and that was the end of my mug rug. All right, so now I have my fringe on both sides of my project, and I've got myself a completed mug rug. So, like I said, I've got 14 fringes here, 14 fringes here. I've knotted them so they don't come loose. And now the only thing I have left to do is to grab myself a nice cup of coffee and put it right on my mug rug and put it to use. Alrighty, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I've got more coming in the future, so keep a lookout for that. I hope you really enjoyed creating this mug rug with me. It's been a fun time, and if you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. And I hope to be back at this again soon. All right, thank you.